Okay, in this session, I'm going to take you right away to a couple of very foundation level basic terms that I want you to start integrating into your life today, into your repertoire. I want you to start thinking about these terms, I want you to start seeing them, and I want you to start acting accordingly to them. Number one is regulation. The definition of regulation is our ability to maintain stress within a window of tolerance. It is oftentimes referred to as being calm, as being connected, as being present. Essentially, it's when your body-mind system is in a balanced state, you're in a state of regulation. When you're in a state of regulation, you're thinking clearly, you're able to focus, you're laughing, you're engaging, you're interacting, you're hanging out with your child. That's regulation because your stress is maintained within a window of tolerance. We all have a window for how much stress we can handle. Now, once we eclipse our window of tolerance and stress exceeds that window, then we move into a state called dysregulation. Dysregulation is the existence of stress, the presence of stress that exceeds your window of tolerance. It is oftentimes referred to as being stressed out or being in a state of distress. So when you are in a state of distress, you are actually in a body-mind state of affect dysregulation. So it means your heart rate may be up, your pupils may be dilated, you may be feeling irritable, you may feel withdrawn or depressed or shut down, you may be defiant, you may have a heightened pitch to your tone, to your voice, you may be aggressive. That's being stressed out when you can't quite focus. You can't quite think clearly, your short-term memory. Joseph Ledoux says, in times of stress, our thinking processes become confused and distorted, and our short-term memory is suppressed, so you're not thinking clearly, you can't remember. That's a state of dysregulation. Now, what's important about these two states is that we all experience these two states. Bruce Perry says, we all vacillate between one of two states. We either vacillate between hypoarousal or hyperarousal. So our responses to stress will either be withdrawn, shut down, or they'll be aggressive and elevated, hyperactive or vigilant. Now, it's important for you to understand and grasp this one very important concept. Again, I think that this is a paradigm-changing concept. Actually, it's not even a concept, it's a scientific finding. It comes from, is quoted in Alan Shore's tome on affect regulation called Affect Regulation and the Origins of the Self. It's by Taylor et al., 1997, says, affect dysregulation, which means being stressed out, is considered to be a fundamental mechanism involved in all psychiatric disorders. I'll say that again. Affect dysregulation is considered to be a fundamental mechanism involved in all psychiatric disorders. Do you feel what I'm laying down here? When I say affect dysregulation is considered to be a fundamental mechanism in all psychiatric disorders, what that is saying is that being stressed out is considered to be one of the primary reasons for all psychiatric disorders, which is also saying one of the primary reasons for all behavioral acting out, for all emotional challenges, for all depression, aggression, etc. See, that is huge. The next time, and I want you to start today, the next time you're interacting with your child and there seems to be a little situation going on, I want you to say, number one, first to yourself, am I in a regulated state right now, or am I in a dysregulated state? Then number two, I want you to look at your child, and I want you to think to yourself, is my child regulated right now, or is my child dysregulated? Because if your child is dysregulated, then what's one of the first things you need to do? You need to calm the stress in the environment. Calm the stress in the relationship. And where's one of the first places to start doing that? With yourself. If you have a stressed out child, if you're in a stressful dynamic, the first thing you need to do is you need to stop and you need to take 3 deep breaths. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out of your mouth. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out of your mouth. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out of your mouth. Because what you're doing when you create that dynamic to breathe and to bring some regulation to your system, by regulating your system, you're automatically setting up a dynamic to regulate your child's system. So remember, regulation, dysregulation. Regulation is the experience of stress within your window of tolerance. What's your window of tolerance for how much stress you can handle? Dysregulation is when stress exceeds your window of tolerance and you move into a state of being stressed out. So write that down, think about it, focus on it. I'll see you in the next session.